Hey guys, guess what? Another mass shooting in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I believe it's four dead, including the shooter. And this guy shot the person who was treating him for back pain, apparently. I don't know. Um, so I wrote a semi facetious status update on my Facebook saying that uh, perhaps a measure that we can use to restrict guns until Congress actually kicks in and implements a federal background check, as most people think that we should have, is something rather more simple and quicker to implement: an IQ test. And I'm serious. I'm very serious about this. I put it in a facetious way on my Facebook page, but I was kind of serious about it. Um, an IQ test with a minimum score of at least 110, maybe higher. That would cut out so much riffraff. Plus, a problem with the background checks is that not every serial killer or mass shooter, whatever you want to call them, has a troubling background that you can catch a priori, a priori to them uh, kirking out and doing bad stuff and killing people. But that IQ test can actually screen a lot of folks because apparently a lot of serial killers have IQs that come in, I don't know, maybe between 95 and 105, which is like average somewhere between below average to average IQ. Um, it would screen a lot of those folks out, and for people who don't believe in IQ tests and stuff like that, I can just say that they are quite underutilized in behavioral research because they have a high positive correlation with so many things besides just cognitive ability, and I think they should be utilized, and they can be used in conjunction with a federal background check because again, it would fill in those gaps that the background check doesn't catch, um, such as people who don't already have a criminal background or history of poor mental health. Um, However, you could just implement a full neuropsychological assessment for people who want firearms. But again, that would run into the whole problem of a federal background check, and it would be costly to do. So, like I said, fill in the gaps with an IQ test, um, or run it, in conjunction with the federal background check. But it would actually screen out a lot of riffraff until we have something better in place to restrict the wrong people from having access to guns. Um, Not everyone will find that popular, but again, I'm just a contrarian. But no, seriously, these weekly mass shootings are really troubling. Okay. If anything, I think we need to go back into some sort of lockdown to put these idiots back in place from shooting other people up. But I'm just a contrarian.